Yes, we are still in your favorite program, the tourism on Inter Television, still at Brazilian Barakun, established in 1840, and also with Ras A&M in another cell room. Come on, join us.
Okay, so you're welcome. Now, let me introduce this to you. Now, today, this compound that we are, the compound that has been defaced by the family of Seriki Abbas that lives here. Originally, as I said earlier, that it wasn't the bamboo. They don't use it, they use a clay, like a decking. Now, we call these bricks burnt bricks.
Burnt bricks.
These are the bricks they used to build this compound in the 1840s. Then, now, all the compound will not being plastered, what we are seeing today, or what you'll be seeing outside is these bricks. Later, I'm still going to show how it will look like when we get outside. With these red bricks all around, then clay, then the floor, you see burnt brick on the floor. So we call it burnt bricks. Now, this is the building where Seriki Abbas resided. But the building that's collapsed in this one in 1995, it will be in 1847. That will be the last place I'll be showing you in the compound. And this is one of the doors.
Wow. Since 1847.
1840, yeah.
Wow.
You can see the door.
History.
Yeah. Now, that's the iron muzzle. The one I showed you with this to their mouth. Now, look at this picture. When tourists comes here, I used to tell them that this picture tells a lot of stories. Now, look at these two guys. They are slave raiders. And they wanted to capture this man as a slave. The man got knife and stabbed himself to death. That's why when people come, I used to tell them that. That's to tell how worst or how obnoxious slavery was. It's a terrible thing that ever happened to humanity. Understand? Now, over here, we call this dog killer's dogs.
Killer's dog.
And it depends instruction given to the dog. Sometimes the master might say go and kill, and the dog, like 12 dogs, will bounce on the slave and they will remove the hand, tear the slave. We are watching the thing called, I think, Django. It's happening in the film called Django. So it depends instructions given. They use it to trace, we call them runaway slaves. Now, any slaves that refuse to accept the master, sometimes they will tie it on a stake and struck. And most of the time, some of them will be beaten to death. And if any slave should die, no case then, because slaves were referred to property, and they believe they can do anything to their property. Now, the thing called the root. You see, when most people come here, I used to tell them that we should give our children our name. There's nothing ever wrong with it. Now, if I tell you that I'm Zulu, where do you think I come from?
Definitely from South Africa.
If I tell you that I'm Kofi, where do you think I come from?
Definitely from Ghana.
If I tell you that I'm Taiwo, where do you think I come from?
Of course, in Yoruba land, in Nigeria.
Yoruba, there's this adage our elder used to say that way.
Yeah, there are no children that bears evil.
Yeah, like now, Shoyinbo, with that name, let's assume that you got lost in the heart of London. If the only thing you could remember is your name, maybe they ask you, hey, Mr. Man, who are you? Hey, what are you doing here? Hey, do you need help? What's your name? When you say Shoyinbo, the first thing they will do, that name will bring you back to Africa. Not even Africa, Nigeria. Not even Nigeria. Among the Yorubas. That tells how important our name tells story, history, or directory. Through your name, I can see you are from so part of the world. Why am I saying this? Most of the diaspora, those African Americans, those are the first away. When they come down to the museum, while we are taking them around, you see them dropping tears. Why do they drop tears? Because they know that they were Africans. Where did they really migrate from? And I tell you that, I did been, or sometimes if we ask them, sometimes they will tell us that they do their DNA. Some may say 50% Nigeria, 40% Benin Republic, 30% Togo, Ghana 10%. But that to say the DNA say cannot even prove where you understand.
I'm saying that the highest number of percentage could say they're in Nigeria.
That's it.
40% overall.
Yes. So, but I did mean that their name is very, very easy
to trace who they are.
Because we have a name tag.
All right, at this junction, there's no need stressing you further than to say, please kindly go back to your source, to your fathers, to your mothers in diaspora. Ask them, what is our name?
Yeah.
Our compound name is crucial. Thank you.
Now, so, as I said, any slave that refuse to bear the master's name or commit any crime, they will tie on a stake and struck. Along the line, some of them were being struck to death and they died. No
Okay,
case. And what else? Okay, you can see the picture of slaves working from the plantation, and these are slaves coming from the plantation working.
Now, what about this clothes?
Now, before I do, okay, let me go this way. Now, we call this thing mannequin or dummy. Dummy. Okay, we are just, what we are doing here, we are just showcasing this clothing. This cloth is called regalia. This regalia today is over 200 years of age.
Wow.
It was
You
given
can
to
imagine a cloth over 200 years old.
It was given to Seriki Abbas by his Brazilian friend. Now let me show you the same cloth that he wore in black and white pictures here.
Okay.
You can see the same
Clothes, yes.
See the same clothes here.
So to show this is the clothes
That's
that
it,
we are
you-
seeing,
yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, that's the same cloth. Now, what else? Okay, I've shown you that outside. That's a
That's
single,
single file.
single file. Then now let's talk about this. Look at this. The white
White
enslaver
enslaves
being
being
hung by slaves.
slaves.
Now, today, the world every August 22, 23rd was being set aside by UNESCO as the day of remembrance of the slave trade and its abolition. Understand? So, based on what happened around 1791, when the slave in Dominican Republic then were being led by Toussaint Louverture, they killed all the whites in Haiti, and Haiti got their independence. But after many years back, we are told that the French came back to them that should pay damages. We call it reparation for killing their people, and they were being forced to borrow money from their banks. And some say that's the reason why the Haitians were still poor up till today, because they say they are still paying to the French colony. And most of the time I used to say that, then what the hell African leaders we are really doing? Because I believe that we are the one who's supposed to ask for reparation, not the American or even the European. That will tell you that we don't have leaders in Africa. So, over.
We are still on a program that tourism on Inter Television, still with Ras in another room, in another information, just all for you. Once again, this program is not only to inform you, to educate you, it's also inviting you over from all over the world to come and see what has happened, and possibly we could see together how we can better Africa. Still on a program that tourism on Inter Television.
Yeah, I love that word. You see, the mother Africa, she has veered off tracks. Our aims and objectives are to bring her back to where she veered off tracks. I love that, yeah, because we are beautiful people. And I used to tell people that, for me, I don't see the white man as a bad person. And I don't see the black man as a bad person. And I tell people that among 12 disciples, there will be a Judas. You see, among the white people, we have bad people among them. We also have the good people
amongst them.
Among the black, we have good people. We also have bad people.
Ones.
Even though it was some groups known as abolitionists who rise up against the trade. People like John Brown, William Wilberforce, and say, no, these black people, they are not subhuman. When they say we are subhuman, they say, that means they say we have no soul, that we are not human, we are apes, we are chimpanzees. They say, no, these black people, they are human like us. We must stop this trade, and they started revolting. And the British or the Americans have no choice. You just have to put stop to the trade. And where that be done, now let me show you this picture. You can see this slave jubilating for
freedom.
Now, I used to tell people that there's nothing good as good to be a free man. Freedom is and that's it. Okay, I've shown you this before. I've shown you the gallows. This is the gallows, the way they used to hunt them.
Man and woman.
Yes. Now, let me show you something. Now, look at this iron corrugated sheet. You can, let me look it. You can hear this.
So
now,
thick.
This is what they use for the roofing then. It's very, very heavy. Now, let me show you what we produce now. Now, this, look at this. Let me do something. You see this iron now. I can tear this. Can you see?
You can't do that with this.
So, you get 15 of these. out of this now. And up to date, we see in some part of the building, we start this everything.
On the roof.
Yeah.
Wow, you can't afford not to come and see this roofing sheet. Americans, Europeans, the Asians, the South Americans, Africans, brothers and sisters across the world. This is Badagry, this is Nigeria. On Inter Television, we are inviting you over to come and enjoy, see, celebrate, and mourn with the past, celebrate today, and let's begin to see African in another dimension tomorrow. Still on your program, The Tourism on Inter Television with Ras in and out.
You're welcome.
Still at Seriki Abbas Barakun. Let's move on.
Okay. Now, I think let's talk about the roofing. Okay, the triangular shape of the window. Now, yeah, at the back here. Now, look at these chairs here. This chair, we call it Seriki Abbas realization chair. So, around.
Can we move it out of this so that the camera can
Okay.
pick it? Can you see it?
Okay. Around, just imagine someone that owned this around 17th, 18th century. Show how wealthy he was.
So wealthy.
Trade. Okay. Now, let's now from here now. Okay, over here, the picture below, these were some of the children and some grandchildren of Seriki Abbas. And you can see that's Saka Ajao Abbas, happened to be the last child of Seriki Abbas. And I'll be showing you his tomb outside. Let's go.
Okay. I hope you are enjoying